Fanspeak, where the plan runs deep. The team grind hard, don't eat, don't sleep. From best ball dreams to DFS streaks, they help you print money every single week. No cap, no gimmicks, we breaking limits. NFL bets, yeah, we live this business. Megan Steve, that OG vision. Draft room killers on a lifelong mission. More stress to the Sunday spread. Fanspeak's that voice that's inside your head. Best ball, DFS, NFL bets. They built it brick by brick, no regrets. Fanspeak team, printing money since day one. Fanspeak, forever.
Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network and a very exciting night tonight. It's the final for the semifinals of Best Ball Jeopardy Season 2, presented by Underdog. We'll have Bruni in here shortly for two matches. We've got, of course, these guys tonight. We've got Herzig versus Neil, who I saw you guys did a show earlier. Absolutely love to see that. And then, of course, at 9:30 or immediately after this, we will have Nez versus Nice and Blunt. I think the Final Four is absolutely an epic Final Four. I actually have no idea who's going to win the coveted Best Ball Jeopardy Season 2 trophy, hardware for your office, and, of course, $100 Underdog site credits. Neil, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. Justin actually told me his prediction for who's going to win this contest earlier today, and it was not either of us. So,
it wasn't either of you.
So we'll see if we can get through this round, and then we'll figure it out from there. If we can actually take down the championship.
We're not going to let Nez and Nice and Blunt know who we said was going to.
That was my follow-up question.
It wasn't us.
Okay. Like they said, wasn't us. Well, you never know. You just want, chip in a chair, get to the finals. I think both matches tonight are going to be epic. I think whoever it is next week is going to be, again, everybody is awesome. So I can't wait to personally watch it. Herzig, and I can't wait to talk about Predict Q and everything you guys got going on for the rest of the summer. And of course, football season after this episode or this contest. But Herzig, how are you feeling about your chances tonight?
I think this just really is a Cinderella story, having to go against the #1 overall champ to start this. But just as a Cinderella, when you get to the Final Four, is that like 16 seed, you celebrate. And that's where we are now. Yeah. And we're just having a fun weekend. We went out a little party, a little too hard last night, decided to keep that going with a nice Neil stream earlier today. So once you're at the Final Four, it's just, all the work's done. Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly. Let the chips fall where they may. And by the way, I love that you guys streamed together earlier and now you're facing off. Check out that stream on Flannelverse, of course. Two sharp guys talking basketball and then playing against each other. You love to see it. So with that, it's time for the first matchup of the semifinals starting now.
This is Jeopardy! And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
That's me, Justin Bruni, the host of Best Ball Jeopardy. Welcome to the Final Four of Best Ball Jeopardy Season 2, presented by Underdog. Got a great first matchup here between Neil and Justin. Justin, I was sensing a little bit of sandbagging again in your tone there, a little like, I'm just here, just happy to be in the Final Four. I'm not buying it. it.
But before you guys started showing me all these pictures and I had a level of confidence in like bi-week math and stuff, and then you've already given us like behind the scenes, we're going to have some multiplayer stuff. Like you guys are just going to do what you're going to do. We're screwed.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Neil, you were saying that your streets may not be as consistent with the competition. How are you feeling confidence wise right now?
I mean, the goal on this show always is to not embarrass myself. After the very first show with Pete Overzet, I kind of did embarrass myself. I came out of that like, do I know anything? Am I just the dumbest guy ever? And I've had a decent run. I've had some success on the show since then, so not completely embarrassing myself. But yeah, that's the goal tonight, as always. I
will say you've had a nice redemption arc since your first episode with Pete. That is a fact. Herzig going for just another belt. Just going for another ship here. No big deal. I did say, Herzig, if you win, I'll personally deliver you the $100 from Underdog in a big fat cardboard check. So that'll be fun. That'll be nice. I know you need it. All good.
Added motivation. I love it. Exactly. Give me the old Happy Gilmore style.
Exactly. We are going to you, Herzig, for the coin flip. You want heads? You want tails? What do you think?
We'll go tails.
Big money, big money. We have tails, and the board is yours.
Unbelievable. I've still never won the coin toss. This is like my 8th episode, maybe 7th.
Potentially have another time to come. Potentially.
All right, let's go. Name that stack 200.
Name that stack for 2. Let's let it rip. All right, we've got QB 21, RB 77, wide receiver 73, wide receiver 75, and tight end 26. Name that stack.
This is supposed to be 200. All right, let's go Malik Willis, Jalen Wright, no, it's not between those two. They're too close together.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Coming up on 5.
It's not. Caleb Douglas, Chris Bell, Greg Dulcich. Final answer.
One more time. Let it rip from the top.
Yeah, Malik Davis, Jalen Wright, Caleb Douglas, Chris Bell, Greg Dulcich.
That is incorrect. I would have given you, what did you say, Malik Davis? I would have given you that because I know who you're talking about, but that's
I said Malik Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really tough $200 question. And I love the kind of foreboding music that you've got going on. All right, so it's definitely Malik Willis. It is 50-50 Jalen Wright. So I'll go Jalen Wright. I'm going to go Malik Washington. I think still Caleb Douglas ahead of Chris Bell. So I'll go Malik Washington, Caleb Douglas, Greg Dulcich. Final answer.
Final answer for 200. That is the correct Dolphins order. Had it there, Herzig, just not the correct players.
All right. I will go to bye week math for 200.
Bye week math for 200. What are we looking at here? What is this?
I believe that is okay. I'll just say the number. I'm not gonna give it to Herzig because he doesn't know faces. So I got to remember Herzig doesn't know faces. So this is my advantage here. I'm gonna go with 49.
Final answer.
Final answer.
49. Final answer is correct for 200.
All right, I gotta keep this one because I think I can. As long as there's faces, he might still not be able to get them. I'll go bye week math for 400.
Bye week math for 4. One less face, but context clues nonetheless.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be on the right.
Half the clock left.
I'll go 54. Final answer.
54. Final answer is incorrect. Herzig to steal.
All right. Now I got to think about what Neil thought and then what I can change. 9 times 6. 6 times 11. 9 times 11. Do we go 66 or 99? Uh, 66. Final answer.
66. Final answer is correct for 400.
Can you explain who that's supposed to be on the right?
That's Romeo Dobbs.
Oh,
Big Helmet Dobbs.
I mean anybody who had
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one that Herzig had. He was doing the 11s right away. He was like, "That's Romeo Dobbs."
Who was the left?
Dan Campbell. You didn't know Dan Campbell?
As we said, Not
Yeah,
good.
okay, fair.
You can't fit these pictures in my spreadsheet.
I was
it
looking
would
for
just
like
slow everything down way too much.
I was looking for Dan Campbell, like, mugshot photos. Couldn't find those. His people are hard at work. It's nice. Good to know.
Because I don't want to just give the category back to him. Let's go name that stack 400.
Name that stack for 400. The gentlemen falling into their strengths here. We've got QB3, RB27, wide receiver 52, wide receiver 95, and wide receiver 104. Name that stack.
Getting my cardboard out.
Coming up on 30, half clock. Herzig going to the pen and paper. Neil making sure he has his.
I'm going to pass. There are too many questionable ones here.
We have a surrender, so kill the clock. And Neil, you are on the clock.
Okay. So quarterback 3 is Drake May, Trevion Henderson, Romeo Dobbs. I'm going to go Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams. Final answer.
Patriots stack. Final answer. So close, but incorrect. We were looking for
running back.
The running back was incorrect. Who did you? I didn't even hear you. Who you said for receivers? Who did you say?
Receivers, I said Romeo Dobbs, Pop Douglas, and Kyle Williams.
Yeah, you had the receivers correct. You swapped the running backs.
It was not Trevion. It's Ramondre.
That's
Because they're both so close right now.
Oh,
yeah.
very close.
I don't know if I would have got the wide receivers either, though. Name that stack 600, please.
Name that stack for 6. QB11, RB60, wide receiver 48, wide receiver 67, and wide receiver 92. Name that stack.
Okay, I think I have this. Patrick Mahomes.
What's that?
Emmett Johnson,
Okay.
Xavier Worthy, Cyrus, and Thornton.
Final answer.
Mahomes, Emmett, Xavier, Cyrus, and Taekwon. Yeah, I think that's final answer.
Chief stack. Final answer. Mahomes, Emmett Johnson, Xavier Worthy, Cyrus Allen, Taekwon Thornton is correct. Measure
800. Name that stack.
Rolling with name that stack. We've got QB24, RB44, wide receiver 74, wide receiver 79, and wide receiver 81. Name that stack.
Oh God, these wide receivers are so close. All right, let's try it.
Let's hear it.
CJ Stroud. We'll go with Woody. And then let's go with Tank Dell, Keyshawn Booty, and Jalen Knoll.
Is that the order you're submitting?
Yes.
Final answer.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, he's got the right team. Definitely CJ Stroud, Woody Marks. I'm going to go Kayshawn Booty, Jalen Noel, Tank Dell.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. So you guys, of course, had the first two correct. And then it was Dell, Noel, Booty still behind those two.
81-79. Yeah, that's tough. That's going to change very quickly by like tomorrow, if not.
Still to Herzig, you both had that one incorrect.
All right, let's go with the 1,000. Name that stack.
Name that stack for 1,000. QB 32, running back 52, wide receiver 49, wide receiver 58, and wide receiver 82. That 82 I know is now an 83.
Okay.
Less than 30.
Okay. I think Shador is 32. I think Deshaun's 34. I'm going to go Shador, Dylan Sampson, Casey Concepcion, then Boston, and then Judy. Final answer.
That version of the Cleveland stack is correct for 1,000. Eked it out there with the time as well. And yes, despite not being the starting quarterback, Sanders still ahead of Deshaun Watson in ADP by 2 spots.
I think 2 was ahead of Penix, which is an interesting one because that feels like the opposite, like it should be the other way. But yeah. Let's go with random best ball 200.
Random best ball for 200. We've got a player chart who is QB 8 in 2025.
Played every game. I wish I still remembered bye weeks from last year. That'd be really helpful. You could just maybe for the finals.
Someone told me like, oh, it's so easy. All you need to do is know that. And I said, well, then know them.
Yeah. we wiped all those out.
Yeah, there's new buys to remember.
Okay, you played every week. You sucked in week 17.
$15 seconds.
Dak Prescott, final answer. I don't know.
Dak Prescott, final answer is incorrect. Kneel to steal.
Yeah, it's a really tough one. I'll just be kind of guessing at random too, I think. I'm going to go with Jared Goff.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Jared Goff, final answer is incorrect. We were looking for Jalen Hurts.
4.4 in week 14. Oof,
That's wild.
Oof. Herzig, board is still yours.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 200.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 200. This wide receiver ranks wide receiver 39 and is drafted at the end of round 7 or the beginning of round 8 in Best Ball Mania 7. His RB1 is RB33.
And wide receiver 2 means that there is a wide receiver 1 with a higher ADP.
Correct.
Yep, okay.
This isn't based on any team's depth charts, unofficial depth charts. It's always based on the ADP.
Jordan Addison, final answer?
Jordan Addison, final answer is incorrect. Neil to steal.
I've got a name in mind, but I don't think it's right. So I'm going to keep thinking. You use that clock a little bit.
Yep, about half clock left. 30 seconds. I think you are out of time.
Stefan Diggs.
Stefan Diggs, final answer.
Final answer.
Stefan Diggs, final answer is incorrect. We were looking for Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton. RJ Harvey. Now the RB1 again in ADP at 33. Dobbins at 34.
Okay.
Still to Herzig.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 1,000.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 1,000. This wide receiver 2 ranks wide receiver 75 and is drafted at the end of round 15 in the beginning of round 16 in Best Ball Mania 7. And this is a NFL rookie.
Oh, I think I might know this. Wide receiver 2 and as a rookie. There can't be too many of these. I'm going to go with the Giants. Let's go Fields.
Malachi Fields, final answer.
Yes.
Malachi Fields' final answer is incorrect.
I'll go with Zachariah Branch.
Ooh.
Quick fire, not using the clock. Zachariah Branch, final answer.
Final answer.
That was also incorrect. We were looking for, and gentlemen, he was on the board already. This is Caleb Douglas. We already reviewed the Dolphins stack. Caleb Douglas, wide receiver 75.
Okay. Yeah, all three of those answers were.
That was my chance. I thought I had it.
You said it so confidently, and it made sense.
I was so confident.
Wide receiver 2 theory 800.
Wide receiver 2 theory 800. This wide receiver 2 ranks wide receiver 57 and is drafted at the end of round 11 and the beginning of round 12. This player has a bye week 11.
Okay. This is end of 11. 11 times 12. 132. God, there's 2 players and it could be either.
You doing math over there? What are you doing? What?
I know. I've got to do math at some point if I'm not going to know pictures.
Less than 10?
It's a 50-50.
Time's up. What do you got?
Jalen Coker.
Jalen Coker, final answer.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Neil.
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed, final answer.
Rashid Shaheed with another direct fire. Final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct. That is correct.
Those are the two.
All right. I'm gonna go back to man. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to bye week math for 600. I think I got a better shot there.
Back to bye week math for 600. What do we got here? What are we looking at here?
God, no idea.
No, fart.
Yeah, I don't know these guys. Pass.
Pass, and Herzig is on the clock.
All right, there's the most teams in 11, and we'll go 11 times a week that has 4 teams. 6? No, we already did a 66. You wouldn't do that again.
Would I?
No. Let's go 110. 11 times 10.
11 times 10 for 110. Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. We were looking for 154. A couple of RB2s. We got Jaden Blue and Brian Robinson.
I'm actually kind of a little bit surprised that I don't recognize them,
I don't see the Louis Vuitton.
but not that.
14
not that
times 11.
surprised.
14 times 11.
All right.
Neil.
So I feel like you've my bye-week math advantage may not exist anymore in this format of the game. So I am going to go to wide receiver 2 theory for 400.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 400. This wide receiver 2 ranks wide receiver 26 and is typically drafted in the middle of round 5 in Best Ball Mania 7. His RB2 is RB32.
Devontae Adams, final answer.
Devontae Adams' final answer is correct. That RB2 was Blake Corum.
Wide receiver 2 theory for 600.
Clearing out the wide receiver 2 category. This wide receiver 2 ranks wide receiver 45 and is drafted in round 8, but typically falls to round 9. His wide receiver 1 is wide receiver 38, and his wide receiver 3 is wide receiver 64. Who are we talking about?
Michael Pittman, final answer.
Michael Pittman, final answer is incorrect. Herzig to steal.
So he's drafted in round 8, but typically falls to round 9. So is his ADP 8 or 9? I don't know.
His ADP is
105.
8. He typically falls to round 9.
Yeah, okay. So that Pittman area is pretty close. Matthew Golden has 2 guys ahead of him. It's not Xavier Worthy. Wide receiver 1 is just a little above him. It's not Concepcion.
Less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think this works.
We got
Wide receiver 2, Alec Pierce.
final answer.
Yeah.
Dug it out of the dirt. Alec Pierce is correct. Well done.
Should have
Wide
thought about that
receiver
one longer.
364 is now Keenan Allen. So that was Josh Downs and Keenan Allen now at wide receiver 64.
I heard it as if it was in Megan's voice, like she put the falls to round 9, as if like she's pissed that people aren't drafting Michael Pittman. So when you said
That's
that,
fair.
it was
That's
like,
fair.
yeah.
All right. Board is back to Herzig. What do you think?
Baby got back for 1,000.
Baby got back for 1,000, letting it rip from the top turnbuckle. We've got week 15 between wide receiver 121 and wide receiver 38. Very different ADPs, somewhat similar finishes in 2025, and both had 4 total touchdowns in 2025.
Okay, so I'm supposed to get these both wide receivers that play in week 15.
Correct.
Okay. $121 is so late. Yeah, I pass.
Fresh clock for Neil, and you are on the clock, Neil.
All right, ADP of 82. I don't know my week 15 matchup, so I'll just be totally guessing at the left side, which is not ideal. Who scored 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, what receivers scored 4 touchdowns? That's a good place to start. I agree.
And goes at ADP of 215. But that's not. No, I'm still on the right side because that one 4 touchdowns for this player I don't think is right. I will go. Let's see.
I messed up the clock. I think he has about 20 seconds left.
Okay, no worries. Thinking about it. What do you got?
I'll just go Darnell Mooney and DK Metcalf.
Darnell Mooney and DK Metcalf are incorrect. And again, gentlemen, you got to be paying attention. The very last question covered Josh Downs at wide receiver 38.
I thought about that, and then I was like, no, I think
Herzig went way across the board, pulled up 1,000, and went right to the next question that alluded to Josh Downs. This is Josh Downs and Chimere DK.
Oh, God, yeah.
I wasn't going to get DK, I don't think, anyway.
1,000 right off the rip there. So, I mean, very bold, very bold.
I'm just trying to find that double Jeopardy thing to take it off the board for Neil.
Sure. Keep hunting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't like Baby Got Back because I don't know week 15 and 16, so that's probably not great. Let's go random best ball. No, let's go bye week math 800 because you know what? Maybe Neil takes that in the double Jeopardy here. Then
maybe you'll get it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay.
All right.
Kind of surprised the chat hasn't gotten this one yet. They've been on it.
Gosh, I know one easily, and then the other one I recognize that face, and I'm trying to narrow it down to a couple teams.
10 seconds.
All right, I don't want to give anything. 77, final answer.
That is incorrect. Neil to steal.
I don't think you did know one easily because I think that is Jalen Waddle on the left by week 10. So then I think it would be multiplier of 10. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I also recognize the guy on the right and cannot figure out who it is and what team he's on. I'm just going to go with the most 6 bye weeks in 11. I'm going to go with 110. Final answer.
What was your math there?
10 times 11.
Yeah, that's incorrect. We were looking for 10 times 7. That is Dan Quinn, head coach of the Commandos.
Oh.
Give you head coach, no coordinators.
So
Mike McDaniel,
was that not Devon? Yeah, sorry. So was that Waddle?
That was
Jalen
Waddle
Waddle.
doing the Waddle.
Devontae Adams is 17 too, right?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, that was Waddle doing the Waddle.
And I was doing Devontae times Commanders.
Gotcha. Still to Herzig.
Bye week math 1,000.
Okay. Don't seem so excited. I'm going to need you to give me the sum of these NFL head coaches.
Ooh, okay.
Bye week sum. Love the
I mean,
chat.
I'm guessing. I only know one. The easy one, I'm sure. No, I
Up
think I
on
might know two.
20 seconds here.
38. Final answer.
38. Final answer is incorrect. Kneel to steal.
All right. So Kevin O'Connell, it's by week 6. Nick Sirianni, it's by week 10. So we're at 16. And then I'll just guess. Wait, can I figure out who either of those are?
Can you?
Doubtful.
Doubtful. Come on.
Nah, I don't know who those guys are.
Come on. The chat says they're AI. They say they're not even real.
What did Herzig say? I don't want to say the same.
I
answer.
guess 38, and I had a very similar process point that you're at right now.
I'm going to go with, wait, was that 16? I'm going to go plus. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go 37. Final answer.
37. Final answer. Both of you, oh, so close, but also incorrect. 36. 36. Holy.
Who are the middle
nudge.
two?
Just a nudge. So you have O'Connell, Kubiak, Brady of the Bills, and then Sirianni.
Okay.
So O'Connell, Kubiak, Brady, Sirianni.
Okay.
Still a Herzig.
Random best ball 400.
Random best ball for 400. I need this team's playoff schedule. The team that plays these three teams in the best ball playoffs.
Okay. Okay, let's go with Carolina.
Final
answer.
Carolina Panthers. Final answer is incorrect. Kneel to steal.
Well, that was my guess. Okay.
It was a smart guess.
It was a smart guess. All right. Rams. Final answer.
Los Angeles Rams. Final answer is correct for 400.
All right. I think we used the same process there.
Yeah, the divisional one threw me off. It was that then the Giants.
The board is now back to Neil. What are we thinking?
Well, now you've taken away all of my categories that I have a shot at. So let's go Baby Got Back for 200.
Baby Got Back for 2. We're looking at a week 17 to bring back RB29 up against RB26. Somewhat similar ADP and somewhat similar quarterback finishes from their QB1s in 2025, and very similar tight end finishes for their tight ends also last season. Be sure to let me know who's on the left and who's on the right.
I thought we had established that Greg Dulcich was the tight end 26 in a previous question, which that cannot be true. Okay.
No, is. Sorry. I'm sorry. Those are rankings today. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Those are rankings today, not last season. Tight end 1 is tight end 30. Tight end 1 is tight end 26 today.
In ADP for this season?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But I thought that, okay, never mind.
We can have Meg confirm because we did have some.
Oh, maybe we
did
can.
have some
Okay.
update.
No, that can't be right.
That is tight end 23
Oh, it's tight end 23. Okay.
on the right. Tight end 23 on the right.
Okay. That changes things a little bit for me. Okay. Let's see.
Technically, that RB26 has moved up one spot.
Okay.
I'll give you extra 30 seconds. Same to Herzig on this one. Chad had the correct answer a while ago, but that's okay. It's all right.
Is it? Do I give you the teams or the?
Who's RB29? Who's RB26 listed?
Oh shit! No, my answer is incorrect. Okay.
Crap. Another 30 seconds.
All right. 30. 23.
Yeah. 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Need an answer. What do you got?
I got nothing.
Herzig, what do you think?
I think it is Jonathan Brooks on the left and Jadarian Price on the right.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct. For the 200.
How much? Okay, that was 200. I wanted to give a score update. I put it in chat, but it is now 2,800 Herzig, 2,000 Neil.
That's
Dogfight.
low scoring.
Dogfight.
That is low scoring.
Okay.
Herzig, the board is yours at that juncture.
Let's go, baby. Baby got back 400.
Baby got back for 400. We've got week 17, wide receiver 28, and RB 21. Similar ADP, about a 40-point spread for the running back last season, and very different touchdown totals from the last 4 years.
I think this works. Let's go Christian Watson and David Montgomery. Final answer.
Final answer. Christian Watson and David Montgomery, week 17 is correct. So that was 400.
Okay. Baby got back 600. Let's keep
Baby
week
got
17, please.
Back for 16.
Nope. Okay, we're done.
RB 33 and RB 25. ADP 88, ADP 59. Very similar production and pretty similar touchdowns from last year.
I probably should ask this. Is the one on the right possibly the one that was RB 26 and moved up a spot? Because you told us beforehand there might have been some.
That one moved up, so I'll tell you exactly where that person moved up to. My guess is probably RB 24. They have swapped. They are at RB 26 now.
Okay.
So yeah, this player would have swapped with Jadarian Price.
Okay. Okay, I don't know who they play, so now I have to just try to figure that out.
10 seconds.
Okay, let's go with the RB 25. If they just dropped, I'm going to go with Travion Henderson. And then RB 33, I'm going to go with it's one after Blake Corum.
5, 4, 3, 2. Need an answer.
Kenneth Gainwell. No, that's Gainwell. It's wrong.
Yeah, that is incorrect. Neil to steal.
Okay, well, I know RJ Harvey scored 12 touchdowns last year. So I'm going to go RJ Harvey on the left. On the right, it's really tough for me between Quinshot Judkins and Bucky Irving. I'm going to go RJ Harvey and Bucky Irving. Final answer.
That week 16 combo is also incorrect. You guys both had one. He had Hendo at 25 and you had RJ Harvey at 33. And I believe RJ Harvey was also referenced on the board at 33 in this contest already.
Wait, so it was New England versus Denver? They play in week 17. That said week 16.
Week 16.
Right, but
pull it up really quick. Denver and
New England play week 17, right?
Patriots week 17 or 16.
That's why I didn't go with Denver.
that is correct. You would still be incorrect with the.
Well, no, it's fine. But yeah, I didn't go Denver because
Right.
I was like, they don't play each other week 16 and week 17, and then I was trying to figure.
Yeah, it should have said 17 there.
That's okay.
I just can't believe Trevion Henderson's still a top 60 pick on Underdog. Blowing my mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
Herzig still to you.
Okay.
No effect either way.
Baby got back 800.
Week 16, wide receiver 43, wide receiver 70, ADP 93, and ADP 170. Somewhat similar production, but more so the yards in the last two seasons.
Wide receiver 70. I can't get the 170. It's decent enough last year.
20 seconds.
No, I don't know. I pass.
Surrender to Neil. Neil, what do you think?
I was hoping that he would make a guess so I could have more time to think, frankly. Yeah, I was like Jerry Jeudy, but that's too many points for Jerry Jeudy last year. So I don't think that can be it. All right. That's a tough range for wide receiver because it's moving so quickly.
Coming up on 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Wait, 167 points last year. Yeah, I'm going to go Michael Wilson and Adonai Mitchell.
Michael Wilson and Adonai Mitchell, final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Stephon Diggs on the left and Juwan Jennings on the right. Commanders and Vikings week 16.
At that like late putt, I'm looking for excitement. I'm looking for good wide receivers, not these duds from past years.
Dang. Juwan Jennings is going to throw at least 2 touchdowns this year. I'm just saying. You're going to want the Jennings and Jefferson stack. Just saying.
Yeah, maybe if Kyler gets benched, they can go to him above JJ. All right, let's go stats 200.
Stats for 200. All right. Who are we talking about here? My detective skills say it's a quarterback. I could be wrong.
That's smart. I think who got hurt in 2024.
Half clock.
I think it's Dak Prescott. Final answer.
Dakota Prescott. Final answer is correct. The 600 attempts I thought would be the kind of the dead giveaway there.
But well, yeah. Initially, I was going to Bo Nix, and then even though I know like he didn't play that many years, I just couldn't get out of my head. But then the injury, yeah. That's 400.
Stats for 4. Got another player here. Who are we talking about?
Another QB 2022. Played in one game, probably the final game of the season. Who is in his 4th year or 5th year, so contract might have gotten picked up or just signed somewhere new. 23-6 last year. It's pretty solid.
Half clock, 30 seconds.
Who's a leader?
Coming up on 10 seconds. Less than 5.
I pass. I don't have it.
Clock's out. Neil, what do we think?
A little bit of rushing, but not that much. Yeah, I don't think I have it either, but since I did not go first, I'll make a guess. I'll go Justin Herbert.
Final answer.
That's a really bad guess. Hang on. That's such a bad guess. Screw it. I'll just go Justin Herbert. Final answer.
Justin Herbert. Bad guess. Incorrect. Bad guess. We were looking for. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you. It's Jordan Love.
I thought about Jordan Love. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't guess it.
That one game last. Yeah. Okay.
I thought he got hurt. That's why I didn't guess it, because I thought Jordan Love got hurt a long enough period that it would have. Anyway.
Yep. Okay. Herzig, to you.
Stats 600.
All right. A score update is 3,400 for Herzig, 2,000 for Neil. Herzig, what would you like to wager for this?
I'm going 0. I've not been. Yeah.
What's the differential, Meg? One more time.
1,600 or 1,400. Excuse me. 3,400 to 2,000.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So, do I still throw out the question, or I guess?
No. Yeah. I mean, because
if I get it right,
Neil doesn't
get to go.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if I get it wrong, then Neil can steal it for 600.
600.
Exactly, yeah.
Correct. Okay. The question is, and Neil, I want you to know this was not teed up for Herzig. It just has a Herzig theme. Herzig won BBM, won with a hyper fragile build. Talked about it on Toxic Tower, which I love because I've been in on a little 3483 this year. Wrote about it. We always tie it back to a Substack article. Wrote about it. So in that theme of hyper fragile builds, but the stud running backs, how many running backs in total points or half point? This is important for half point PPR. So underdog scoring total points. How many running backs had over 300 total half PPR points in 2025?
Okay.
You don't have to name them. I just need a number.
I mean, we can work together here. There's probably at least like 25 of them, right? Probably 30. Like I should guess something around that.
Yeah. Go with that.
All right. Half PPR 300. All right, let's just have some fun. JT fell off. Gibbs finished between. Let's go with just McCaffrey and Bijan. Let's go with 2.
That is incorrect. Neil can steal for 600.
I'll go with 4.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Had to go with that, Justin. That is correct. It is 4. It is CMC. JT got enough early. CMC, JT, Bijan, and Gibbs over 300 points in half-point PPR. So that takes us to 2,600 to 3,400. So wise move on the 0. Well played. A lot of strategy with these two. Good luck.
Neil, the board is to you.
Yeah. I'll go random best ball for 600.
Random best ball for 600. We're looking for a quarterback. Or no, not a quarterback. This is a receiver. Excuse me. MVP stats. And is a receiver.
This is from last year?
Correct.
So they're first in yards per target, fantasy points per target, and quarterback rating per target. Okay. I'm going to go with yards per target, fantasy points per target, quarterback. Puka Nacua. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Herzig to steal.
There's got to be some small sample size funkiness in this. Yards per target. So very, very downfield player. They also had silly fantasy points per that target and the QB rating. Who was just catching down? Alec Pierce? Final answer?
That is incorrect. We were looking for that smaller sample size. This is Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah, even more smaller. Yeah.
Just always catching them dang old touchdowns.
I thought maybe the MVP, was a hint. Like his quarterback was the MVP.
Hint to the Fanspeak best ball draft guide.
Well, this will give me a chance to potentially just get even with Herzig right now with 800. I think I'm down 800, if I'm remembering right where we are. So I'll go random best ball for 800.
Random best ball for 8. All right, we are missing some players here. Above Dulcich, below Dulcich. Excuse me. Pause that. Below likely. These are tight end risers since the start of Best Ball Mania 7. I need you to fill in the 3 blanks for me.
Wow. Okay. Tight end risers since the start. So 148. I feel like that has to be Terrence Ferguson at the top. 148. Juwan Johnson. Terrence Ferguson, Juwan Johnson. Tight end 13 at 133.
I think we're on time.
Okay. The tight end 13. Shoot. I'll go with.
Let's get it.
Jake Ferguson.
One more time from the top.
We're going Terrence Ferguson, Juwan Johnson, Jake Ferguson.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Herzig to steal for 800.
Okay, so I was on a stream earlier today, and this guy asked me about these tight ends, and we literally were in this group.
Oh no.
Neil, what did we do? I agree with you on the Terrence Ferguson at the top. I was thinking Juwan's like 133, but you went to the pretty quickly at the 148, but then I don't know who I would put there.
Half clock.
Okay, let's. Mark Andrews is right around there. You asked me about him earlier. Let's go Terrence Ferguson at 160, Juwan Johnson at 148, and Mark Andrews at 133. Final answer?
So that is Ferguson, and who was the second?
Juwan Johnson, and then Mark Andrews.
So Ferguson, Juwan Johnson, and Mark Andrews is incorrect. You were missing Chiga Conquo at 148.
Yeah, I didn't factor in like trades like that. I should have thought of that. After.
And
Okay.
we're so used to Chig going the other way now.
I know he's not moving
Yeah.
up. Like why would Chig be moving up? But yeah, that makes sense. I'll go random best ball for 1,000.
Random best ball for 1,000. Okay. Now we're looking at quarterback fallers since the start of BBM, and we're missing 4 names here.
All right, it is. Let's see. Jacoby Brissett, Fernando Mendoza, Jackson Dart, and oh god, okay.
Half clock, 30 seconds.
Okay. Bryce Young. Okay.
Coming up on 10 seconds.
And Bryce Young.
One more time from the top, just because we had some break there.
Yeah, so from the top, QB 30 is Jacoby Brissett, QB 28, Fernando Mendoza, QB 13, Jackson Dart, QB 26, Bryce Young.
Final answer.
Final answer.
For 1,000, that is correct, Neil. That is correct.
Stats for 800.
As I said, gentlemen, there would be some participation involved here, and I'm so glad it's close. We might even go into overtime. So what we're going to do here is we had 11 quarterbacks throw for 25 plus touchdowns in 2025. If you're familiar with the classic show Stump the Schwab, we are going to take turns naming them. So Neil, you will lead us off. You need to name a correct one. If you don't name a correct one, then Herzig will have to take an attempt. If you both don't name one, then you're just both wrong, and that's it. Do you guys understand the concept?
Wait, so how do I lose?
There's
So
no clock, Meg. You can turn off the clock.
Okay.
So the only way that you lose is you have to be able to name them. So you answer a correct one, you give me a correct name, then Herzig gives me a correct name, and you guys will go back and forth until we clear them out. What will happen is if you guys don't miss any, once you both have 5, then you Neil will get the chance to answer number 11 first.
Okay.
But Herzig can match your answer if he wants to. Okay. If he matches and also has it correct and you both just cleared it, you guys will split this. Understand?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so if we get to the 11, you'll have to repeat that when we get there. But
I will.
yeah.
Let's get there. Neil, how about a quarterback?
Matthew Stafford.
That is correct.
Okay.
Herzig.
Trying to think what kind of strategy we want to go with here.
Just human correct ones, I think, is
yeah.
what right now.
Okay. Dak Prescott.
That is correct. Back to Neil. That's one apiece.
Drake May.
That is correct. Herzig.
Bo Nix.
That is correct. Back to Neil.
Jared Goff.
That is correct. Back to Herzig. Ping pong.
Justin Herbert.
That is correct. Back to Neil.
Sam Darnold.
That is correct. Back to Herzig.
Baker Mayfield.
That is correct. Back to Neil.
Caleb Williams.
That is correct. Back to Herzig. 3 names left.
Josh Allen.
That is correct. And back to Neil.
I don't feel super confident in this next one. All right.
If you name one incorrect now, Herzig will still have to answer one more correct.
Okay. I'm going to go Jordan Love.
That is where the trail will end. Herzig,
So
you have a
Trevor
chance.
Lawrence.
That is correct, and he steals it for the 800.
What were the other two? Mahomes, maybe, and one other?
No, there was only one left, and that was Jalen Hurts. So you guys, he missed on Love, which is a little disappointing, Neil, because I just showed you Love throwing 23 touchdowns. I just showed it to you. I just showed it to you. So I'm a little upset. Just saying. It was there.
That's fair. I did not think it was correct, but I couldn't think of another quarterback who I should have. I was trying. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Justin,
T-Law was my last
lost
one that
it.
I felt. Yeah. If you said T-Law, I don't know where I would have gone last. I wouldn't have gotten Hurts.
It would have been Jalen Hurts. He would have been the very last.
And I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Bruni. I didn't know how that would work. That was very tense, and the ominous music felt appropriate. But
Yeah, that was
I
dope.
like
That was
watch
dope.
both of them strategize. That was
Could we get a score update? Because I think he just passed me, but I don't
I'm
know.
up 600.
You're up 6.
Yes,
So it all
he
comes
did.
down to.
It all comes down to this.
it. All comes down to
all
this.
comes down to
Herzig
this.
has 4,200. Neil has 36.
And gentlemen, we're doing
Good
it
luck.
one more time. This
Oh,
time, Herzig is in control, so he will have to go first. He'll have to answer at least one correct one, and we're going to run it back one more time.
I have
This
no
time,
room. And
Target percentage.
okay.
You need new paper?
I mean, if we can call this paper.
Get some notepads, man. I mean, I know it's been a while since you won a BBM, but come on, man. No cards.
Okay. We're gonna be okay. We make do. Okay. Top 11 wide receivers in target percent in 2025.
Yep. Let's get an answer here.
Okay. Let's go with JSN.
Kicking it off, JSN 36%. He was at the top of the board. That is correct. Over to Neil.
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua was at 28. He is also in there. 28% target share last year.
Okay. Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is also correct at 29%. Back to Neil.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase was number 2 last year at 30%. Back to Herzig.
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra was 3rd, right behind Chase. Back to Neil.
Drake London.
Drake London is incorrect. That is incorrect, and that is the matchup. We were looking for the in order: JSN, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra, Wan'Dale Robinson sneaking in at 29, Justin Jefferson, Olave, Flowers. You did land on Nacua, Neil, and then AJ Brown, Tet McMillan, and somehow Devonta Smith also snuck in there at 25%.
I think
How
the
did Drake
injury to
London not?
Drake. The injury.
Yeah, definitely the time missed for Drake. Otherwise, that's pretty much a layup answer any other year.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not just the when he's on the field. Interesting.
I was thinking Garrett Wilson, but I was like, no, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that came down to the final answer.
Ooh.
Unreal. I didn't doubt it with this matchup. I don't doubt it with the next matchup. I don't doubt it next week, but that was insanely fun to watch, guys. I'll go to you first, Neil. Thank you so much for being a part of another season of Best Ball Jeopardy. And if you join us again next year, I just think we should just kind of like well, I was trying to think of a team that's always in the finals or the AFC or NFC championship 2 years in a row. But I mean, that was a very, very impressive performance. How are you feeling? Because you put up an insanely good fight.
I'm feeling like the Timberwolves, because the Timberwolves made the Western Conference Finals multiple years in a row. They didn't make it to the finals. They've never made it to the finals. So yeah, I'm feeling very much like my own hometown Minnesota Timberwolves. That was tough. I had the lead. I had to not give it away. And I gave it away. And I was I actually think that I had Jordan Love in a pick 'em or whatever on Underdog last year, where I needed like 25 touchdowns. So I was like, I'm pretty sure he failed me on this, but I couldn't think of another. I couldn't think of Trevor Lawrence. I should have just gone down the list in my head of ADP quarterbacks, and then I would have gotten to Trevor Lawrence. But screwed up. But it was. I felt good to get back into it after I was out of it. We made it a close contest. We took the lead briefly. It was fun. It was good time.
With 3 questions left. I mean, that was insane back and forth. So congratulations. You tell us what you got coming on the Flannelverse the rest of the next 2 weeks, 13 days away from tomorrow, 14 days away. Okay, Rudy, sit down. 14 days away from today, we have the NFL season kicking off. What do you have finishing up basketball season? And then what do you have on your channel? I know amazing showdown content for the NFL season.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, if you haven't watched already, my podcast with Justin Herzig earlier today, go check that out. Best Ball Whenever was out today on the Flannelverse YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of content, lots of drafters, streams. I might actually do a Spoiled Banana Society draft at some point, or like an intro to how to do it. And I'll be dipping into all the different best balls. So yeah, this is kind of busy season. We'll be doing lots of best ball streaming. Jim Waller also, people watch this show are probably familiar with Jim. He's also streaming on the channel. I think he'll be streaming tomorrow night. And then NFL season, back to the usual. Going to be doing lots and lots of showdown streams before every Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, breaking those down for DraftKings DFS. And then I'll have some other content that is still kind of TBD at this point, but there's going to be a lot of content in the Flannelverse in season.
That's awesome.
Neil, real quick, I want to say, Neil, thank you very much for being a great opponent, bringing me on early today. I do actually have to run. I'm about 15 minutes late to SBS Best Ball Draft right now.
So sorry. I'll tell you.
No. I mean, hey, double, triple.
You'll be back next week to talk about Predict Q
appreciate
and
you all.
FF and 60. Thank you, Herzig. Congrats.
Thanks so much, Justin, Meg, everyone. Later.
Yep, of course. Love you, brother.
Okay. Right. Well, Neil, we will. I'll be in touch. But if you're playing Showdown, you have to follow the Flannelverse and watch for every Showdown. Neil is the man, and just watch all his shows. Thank you, Neil. We appreciate you. Good luck on the rest of your.
Thank you. This was fun as always. Good luck to the other.
Well done, Neil. Well done.
Absolutely.
Right. Later, guys.
Absolutely. All right. Now comes the next 2 opponents. Here we go. That was a fun one. I don't know if you guys caught the end there as you were coming in. Yeah. It goes down to the last question. Of course it does. Of course it does. Nez, I don't mean to intimidate you, but Adam was getting every question right in the chat. So I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but holy smokes, this is I think this is going to be a matchup too.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with this game. I know.
I'm familiar. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, are you familiar with this game?
Yeah, he put the smackdown on his last opponent. So I'm respecting here. I'm well aware of his game.
You're well aware. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts, Nez, that you have for your pregame here before we get into round 2?
No, just looking forward to a fun matchup. It's going to be a tough follow up, but I think this should be fun at the very least. So,
are you more fast or slow drafting right now this time of the year to be on those ADPs and everything?
Oh my goodness, I'm in so many slow drafts, but they're finishing up thankfully. So I'm pretty much over the hump, but yeah, I'm in the middle of slow draft season right now. It's not hell. It's not hell. It's self-inflicted.
I know when people call it hell, I'm like, no, this is slow drafts are the best right now. Okay, love it. Adam, how are you feeling? You were answering in chat, prime and getting ready. How are you feeling for a matchup against Nez, who's the GOAT as well? 2 GOATs, as someone said in chat, going up against each other.
Yeah, nothing but respect for today's lineup. Just if we advance, whoever wins it totally deserves it. And, can't take anything for granted. But I'm grateful I got to practice for Best Ball Jeopardy by playing Best Ball Jeopardy. Nothing can beat that. So feeling a little extra sharp tonight. But it's all up in the air. Nothing is guaranteed.
All right, that's great. All right, then Best Ball Jeopardy Final Four Part 2 starts now.
This is Jeopardy! And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
That's me, Justin Bruni. We're right back into it, guys. Another great matchup here, as Meg alluded. NMB, Adam in the chat, just dicing up those correct answers. And Nez, in his own right, been dominating this season. So both have had very good performances. We're going to kick it off now. We are giving the coin toss to Adam. You want heads or tails?
I'll take heads.
Going with the heads, and it is heads. The board is yours. Let's kick it. What do we think?
We're going to take bi-week math for 200.
Bi-week math for 2, getting right into it. What are we thinking? What are we looking at here?
We got some double Dallas action. Jake Ferguson times Dallas Goddard, I believe, is what we're looking at. That would be week 14 times week 10, 140. Lock it in. Final answer.
140. Final answer is correct for 200 with the Dallas Goddard Christmas and Jake Ferguson Princess treatment.
Stick in the category bi-week math for 400.
Bi-week math for 4. What are we looking at here?
Golden gives it away. And then my boy, Suave Olave on the other side. That would be, let's see, the Saints, week 8, Packers, week 11, 88, final answer.
Locking in 88. Final answer is also correct at 400.
Bi-week math for 600.
Bi-week math for 6. Just rolling it here. You said you've been studying.
Kelsey and Connor. Kelsey has the first bye week. That's week 5. And then Connor, those Cardinals are late. Cardinals are very late. Cardinals would also be week 14 paired with the Cowboys. So 14 times 5.
Coming up on half clock.
I'm going to lock in 70. Final answer.
70. Final answer for 600 is also correct. What do we think?
Math for 800.
All right. What do we think here? What are we looking at?
This one's tougher. This one is much tougher.
Coming up on half clock, 30 seconds.
I'm not going to give away how I got here, but I'm going to say 111. Final answer.
111. Final answer is incorrect. Nez to steal.
Yeah, I have no idea who these two gentlemen are. I'm gonna kind of deduce my way here and call this. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do 143 final answer.
143 final answer is also incorrect. This is Carnell Tate on the right and Sir Riser himself, Mike Washington Jr. on the left.
Really? 13 times 9 is not 111?
13 times 9, I have 117.
Dang. Right. Oh, shit. Yeah. I had 21, not 27. Okay, I thought it was Mike Washington.
It is still math at the end of the day.
All right.
The board is still to you.
Well, got humbled, but let's stick with 1,000 for bi-week math.
Humbled on the math, still staying with it. What are we looking at here? What is this?
Who is this?
Who is that? Half clock.
I'm gonna guess on who this is. I believe I'm gonna lock in 166. Final answer.
166. Final answer is incorrect. Nez to steal.
I'm going to go with an answer that I can do the math for and hope that it's correct. So let's go with 100. Final answer.
10 times 10. It's gotta be. No, that is also incorrect.
That's a bummer.
Adam, where were you at here?
I was thinking maybe Seth McGowan. I don't know what he looks like off the top of my head, so I
This
totally
is,
chose Colts.
And the Colts are what, 14?
13.
Oh, you had 13. You did the math wrong. It was Rasheen Ali, and he is 13, and 13 times 13 is 169. So again,
Wow.
you somehow landed on the correct buy.
That's
but
crazy.
did the math wrong. That was
The
Rasheen
math.
Ali
Dang.
coming for Justice Hill's job.
All right, it is what it is. I'll take name that stack for 1,000.
Name that stack for 1,000. Staying at this end of the board here, we are naming these players. So you only have ADP, and you have to name each player. So the quarterback at 191, the RB2 at 187, the receiver 2 at 168, and so on and so on. Yep, coming up on half clock here, about 30 seconds left.
All right, I'm going to go Geno Smith at quarterback, Braylon Allen at running back, Adonai Mitchell at ADP 168, Omar Cooper Jr. at ADP 70, and the tight end is Kenyon Sadiq.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Nez to steal.
Dang. RB2 187. So this is a team with a bona fide RB1. Wide receiver 2 and 3 right next to each other. And a tight end 1 of 181. That's bonkers. Who is this? I mean, it's not so like teams with like really low ADP. Could this still? No, it's not. It's not like it's not the. So it's obviously not the Chargers because Keaton Mitchell's RB2, and Jets. It could still be the Jets, but I don't think it is because I would have named all those guys. Dude, these late tight ends. I live in this range, dude.
So Meg said 10 seconds. I had clock, but
yeah, no.
Into it.
I don't have an answer. I don't even have like an answer right now. I'm totally blanked on this.
Okay, so no answer there. You had them swapped, Adam. You had AD and Cooper.
I could.
Backwards.
I should have just
AD is still behind Omar Cooper. Still behind Omar Cooper. Just by hair.
That was dumb.
I'll stick with name that stack for 800.
Rolling back down the board, this is just name the team. So you just name the team here. We don't need players, just the franchise.
Black and yellow. Steelers, lock it in.
Steelers, final answer, black and yellow is correct. For 800. What do you think?
Name that stack for 600.
Rolling back down the board. We've got QB 7, RB 38, wide receiver 22, wide receiver 102, and wide receiver 109.
Caleb Williams, Kyle Monangai, Luther Burden, Jade Walker, and Xavier Thomas of the Chicago Bears. Final answer.
That version of the Bears is correct. Jade Walker has leaped Xavier Thomas at 102. That is
Sure.
correct.
Name that stack for 400.
Name that stack for 4. QB 20, RB 55, wide receiver 44, wide receiver 76, and tight end 16. Name that stack.
Tyler Shuck, Alvin Kamara, Jordan Tyson, Devon Vele, and Juwan Johnson. Lock it in. Saints, final answer.
That version of the Saints stack is correct as well for 400.
Name that stack 200.
Name that stack for 2. We've got QB 19, RB 39, wide receiver 63, wide receiver 83, and tight end 27. Name that stack.
Baker Mayfield, Kenny Gainwell, Jalen McMillan, Ted Hurst, Kate Otten. Final answer.
NMB is locked in. That is correct for 200.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Baby got back for 1,000.
He's in it. He's in it, feeling himself here. We're going week 15, going deep. Wide receiver 52 up against wide receiver 48. Somewhat similar ADPs. Both have recorded 101 receptions through the last 2 seasons, and this is their ADP rise and fall since the start of BBM 7. Half clock, less than 30.
I'm going to go with Wandale Robinson on the left, wide receiver 52, and then Alec Pierce on the right, wide receiver 48.
That is incorrect. Nez to steal.
Nez, you're muted.
Thanks. I was heavy sighing and taking gulps of water watching you just go to work. So, okay. I know this range pretty well, but I don't know the week 15. Like, I don't know the week 15 matchups at all. So, 101 receptions last 2 seasons. Is a faller and a riser.
Since the start of the contest.
Romeo Dubs and Xavier Worthy. Final answer.
Romeo Dobbs and Xavier Worthy. Final answer is correct.
Good answer.
We are on the board. Oh my
And
god!
he is
Nice
on
job.
the board.
Holy crap.
Pretty good for your first question. Pretty good.
That was 1,000, right?
That was
Yeah.
1,000. That's correct.
Wow.
And the board is to Nez.
Stats cubed for 200.
What are we looking at here?
A guy,
Rather who?
a receiving profile. That's pretty mid. 1,000 yards last year. 573 the year before. 5 touchdowns. Is this Tony Pollard? Final answer?
Tony Pollard. Final answer is incorrect. Adam to steal.
I was thinking Pollard, but he has like 1,000 yards. That's like the only thing that's different. This feels really wrong. But I know he had 5 rushing touchdowns last year. This feels really wrong, but that's the only place my mind is going.
Coming up on 30 seconds.
Yeah, I want to say it's Kenneth Walker just because I know he had 5 rushing touchdowns last season. But did he get hurt the year before? I don't remember that specifically, but the stats I think check out. I'm gonna trust my intuition. Kenneth Walker, final answer.
Kenneth Walker, final answer is correct for 200. Able to dig it out of the dirt. Dig it out of the dirt there. And the board is back to Adam. Helps
to research Charbonnet stats. I'll go back to Baby Got Back for 800.
Thinking he's got it still. Week 16, wide receiver 77, wide receiver 83, somewhat similar ADPs, and they are both NFL rookies. And that again is their rising cost since the start of Best Ball Mania 7.
I'm going to say what's odd is wide receiver 77 has a later ADP of wide receiver 83. So that's what's tripping me up. But I'm going to say it's Zachariah Branch and Ted Hurst.
Which is which?
Branch is 77.
I believe that's incorrect. You have it. So Branch moved to 79, and that's why I was double checking. So you have the correct combination. That's correct. Okay. But yeah, build your boards, both boards. Yesterday we did have some changes on some of those numbers.
That was for how much, Bruni?
800.
Baby got back for 600.
Baby got back for 6. Week 16, wide receiver 25, running back 48, ADP 50, ADP 150. So big difference there. The running back, that's their total yardage, rushing and receiving in 2025.
I'll go. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. I'll stick to my gut. Terry McLaurin versus Aaron Jones.
That is incorrect. Nez to steal.
Yeah, no, that's it's not Terry, but
matchup is right. Players are wrong.
Yeah, that's but like that's neither like that's also not that's not a Vikings running back either. At ADP 150. Who's ADP 150 that had 1,000 yards in 2025? 1,000 yards in 2025? Why can't I think of this? Is that because it's no? That's Sharves isn't.
10 seconds,
dude. This is just gonna drive me up a freaking wall. Jamison Williams for wide receiver 25. And then for running back 48, give me dude, who is this?
Clock's up.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's an L.
Nothing?
No.
All right, so you had JMO correct. Yeah, JMO. That's your boy. This is Tyrone Tracy.
Good for Tyrone Tracy.
It's about 740 rushing and 260 some odd receiving.
Put some respect on Tyrone Tracy.
Nah, I try to tell folks. Meg Scorman behind the screen. What do you got?
For talking in your time there. I apologize. Baby got back for 200.
Baby got back for 2. Little switch up there. We've got week 17, tight end 17 and tight end 18. Very similar ADP, very similar points last year, and somewhat similar yards and receptions from 2025 as well.
Chig Okonkwo is tight end 17. Brenton Strange, tight end 18. Final answer.
For 200, that is correct. What do you think?
Baby got back for 400.
Baby got back 4-4. Another week 17, we've got wide receiver 64 and wide receiver 82, ADP 159 and ADP 201, 142 points for 64 and 95 for 82. Somewhat similar yardage the last 2 seasons. $30 seconds.
I'm going to say Keenan Allen as wide receiver 64 and Jerry Jeudy as wide receiver 17. Final answer.
That is correct. Final answer for 400.
In the form of a question for 1,000.
Don't not answer it in the form of a question.
All right, here I am, form of the question. So with that last answer, 4,800 to 1,000, what do you want to wager?
What is the score?
4,800 to 1,000.
I will wager $100.
Okay. So 100 is his wager. If you miss it, Nez can steal for 1,000. Correct, Bruni?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So this is the question. We tie it back to Substack. Steve just wrote an article about positional players that he's bumping up and down his rankings. He's bumping this running back down based on his preseason. Here's the Spike Week chart for him. Sorry to cover you guys up. This is the Spike Week chart from 2025 of the running back who Steve is bumping down his rankings because of his preseason.
I know Tony Pollard had a big game in the playoffs, but I believe it was week 16. So don't think that qualifies. Players that got hurt week 4 and week 5 that also had a late season bye. I don't believe this is correct, but I'm going to guess that since he missed those 2 games, that feels like when Rico Dowdle popped off. I'm going to go Chuba Hubbard. Final answer.
Chuba Hubbard is incorrect. So Nez, this is to you to steal for 1,000. Again, Steve wrote about it in his action items from preseason week 2. He's bumping him down his rankings based on preseason. This is his spike week chart from 2025.
Do I lose? Is this
And
like
it
a
is
You
formula
don't lose
question.
anything.
Okay.
You don't lose anything.
You don't lose. You would
can
gain
only win.
1,000 in the board. So in the form of the question, who is this player?
Who is Tyrone Tracy?
Ding, ding, ding. You got that. So just when we tried to put Tyrone Tracy, I had to bury him, you know
Yeah,
me.
I love it. I love it.
You know me. Okay,
Nice.
so 1,000 for Nez. So we now sit and minus just 100. That was a wise wager. 4,700 to 2,000
Yep.
Is the score.
And Nez is back up. You have the board, sir.
Let's go in the form of a question for 800.
In the form of a question for 800. This player is number 3 in routes run, number 3 in red zone targets, number 3 in team pass plays per game. So that applies to all of his teammates. Number 2 in juke rate and number 4 in production premium. This is a receiver. Who are we talking about?
Number 2 in juke rate. I don't even who's calculating that. What is
Player
is it?
profiler.
Yeah, so that's like jukes per touch, and then there's a rate for that. So
I don't make this stat. I simply put it up.
I'm just thinking, who's shifty with the ball and runs a lot of routes, but also gets a lot of red zone targets. So this player is clearly very healthy.
Halftime, 30 seconds.
Yeah, can I get a Jamar Chase?
Final answer.
Who is Jamar Chase?
That's definitely the best way to respond to who is final answer. Also incorrect. Adam to steal.
Only thing that's really giving it away for me is like red zone targets being super high. For a moment, my mind went to Devontae Adams, but given the injury, I'm assuming this is on the season, not per game, which would rule him out. I'll just stick with high red zone targets. I'll go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who is Amon-Ra St. Brown? Final answer.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for who is George Pickens.
Nice.
I never thought of him as a guy that would juke.
He's the master.
I will go. Let's pop around here. Give me random best ball for 600. Let's go in the middle of the board. I'm gonna be a little off the.
We've got some MVP stats. This is a running back.
So, what is MVP stats? Is that
This is
just
from the Fanspeak Best Ball Draft Guide. These are just
Thank you.
advanced stats that
Got
they
it.
lead in.
second in rushing
Rushing
yards,
yards not so advanced, but
second in breakaway runs? It's in third in explosive rating. Okay. This is Jahmyr Gibbs' final answer.
Jahmyr Gibbs' final answer is incorrect. Adam to steal.
I think it's the big dog. I'm going to say Derrick Henry. Final answer.
This is Derrick Henry, the big dog. That is correct for 600.
Let's go random best ball for 400.
Random best ball for 4. Okay. We're looking at a playoff schedule. Whose playoff schedule is this?
This is the New York Jets. Final answer.
The New York Jets' final answer is correct for 400.
I'll take random best ball for 800.
We did that one. Okay. Random best ball for 8. We're looking at risers in the last 30 days. We've got 4 missing names there. Who are we looking at?
Jacoby Lane, wide receiver 61. Mike Washington, running back 45. Cyrus Allen, wide receiver 67. Oh, tell me it's my boy. Running back 49, Tank Bigsby.
Final answer. You want to run through
Final
those?
answer. Final answer.
You want to run through those one more time?
Damn it, Bruni. Jacoby Lane, Mike Washington,
Yep.
Cyrus Allen, and Tank Bigsby.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Nez to steal.
Damn, dude, who is that running back? I'm totally aligned on those first three. Those first three, we are in lockstep. Who the freaking heck is this running back 49? Because I would have 100% thought that was Tank Bigsby. Who's risen to the 150s? That's like such a range of running back that I don't even pay attention to.
Coming up on 20 seconds.
Thank you.
Less than 10?
Yeah. Let's go Jacoby Lane, Big Mike Washington, Cyrus Allen, and dude, I got nothing for that.
We're on time. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. What do you got?
Jonah Coleman. That's wrong.
You want to rip them from the top?
Yes. So Cyrus Allen, Mike Washington, Cyrus Allen, and Jonah Coleman.
How many times do you want to say Cyrus Allen?
Jacoby Lane, Big Mike Washington, Cyrus Allen's wide receiver 67. And then I said Jonah Coleman.
Final answer.
Final answer, please.
That is incorrect. You boys were so close. You both had the top 3. Adam, do you want to adjust your answer?
Could it be Algier?
No, this is Marshawn Lloyd. This is Marshawn Lloyd.
Damn, duh, dude. What the?
Man.
Obviously.
Brutal. Yeah. No, Bigsby, he's right. I think he lands there, but I don't think 45 spots is, bummer.
Back to Adam.
Random best ball for 200.
Random best ball for 2. We're looking at a player chart. No info. Half clock, 30 seconds.
The end of the year got weird with the injuries. I'm going to guess this is Baker Mayfield. Final answer.
Baker Mayfield, final answer is correct for 200. Digging it out.
Random best ball for 1,000.
Random best ball for 1,000. Now we are looking at fallers in the last 30 days, and we are missing 4 names.
I know who the top one is, but I really don't feel that safe with the other three. Sorry, Nez, I'm going to pass. I'm not going to
Kill clock.
tip.
And Nez is on the clock.
All right, let's give this our best shot, shall we? Okay. Who's this last wide receiver, bro? Who are you? Who are you who I think you are? All right. Here's my best shot, guys. I mean, I don't know if this person has fallen this far, but they should have if they haven't, and I feel like they have. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Isaac Tesla, Calvin Ridley, Alec Pierce, and Jerry Jeudy.
Is that from the top? I don't...
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that is incorrect.
Is the top one Antonio Williams?
It is.
I have no idea who the other ones are.
The next one at 80 was T-Slaw. 44 and 82 we have already had on the screen tonight. So we had 44. That was Jordan Tyson. He was in Name That Stack. Jerry Jeudy. He was 82. He was in Baby Got Back. So had some context clues there. Board still to Adam.
In the form of a question for 600.
In the form of a question, we've got number 3 in true passer rating, number 1 in production premium, number 2 in supporting cast efficiency, number 3 in play action catchable pass rate, and number 3 in YPA yards per attempt. Who are we talking about?
Only 2 names that I think this could be. But I think it was the one that finished second for MVP. I'm going to say Drake May, final answer.
Drake May, final answer is incorrect. Nez to steal.
We got an efficient supporting cast. I couldn't tell you what the definition of production premium is. A lot of play action, and they were good at it. Number 3 in yards per attempt. So this is I would call this a pretty sharp team, sharp coordinator. Who's running a lot of play action? Who's damn good at it?
Half clock, less than 30.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, final answer.
Yes.
That is incorrect. And we were looking for Lamar Jackson. Who is Lamar? Still to Adam.
In the form of a question for $400.
In the form of a question for 400. All right. Here we've got QB1, ADP 165, RB1, ADP 76, wide receiver 1, ADP 40, wide receiver 2, 129, and then tight end 1, ADP 207. What team is this?
Only the team?
Who is the team?
Yeah. Could it be the Carolina Panthers?
Final answer.
Final answer.
In the form of a question. That is correct.
In the form of a question for 200.
Rounding it out. Again, what team is it? QB1, ADP 73, RB1, ADP 44, wide receiver 1, ADP 45, wide receiver 2, 58, and tight end 1, 44.
Is this Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, and Colston Loveland? Final answer.
You just want to name the team, but you know.
Oh, Chicago Bears. Sorry.
Final answer?
Is this Chicago the Bears? Final answer.
That is correct. That is correct for 200.
Stats for 400.
Who are we talking about here? Who are we looking at?
CJ Stroud. Final answer.
CJ Stroud, final answer is correct. For 200, or yeah, that was 200. 400.
600. Stats.
Stats for 6. You have another player card here. 181 last year, 183 in 2024. I don't think they're a running back.
So much production 4 and 3 years ago, but then last 2 seasons like barely hitting it. 7 touchdowns and just over 1,000 sounds right. I'm gonna guess AJ Brown. Final answer.
AJ Brown is correct. What do you got?
Stats for 8.
All right, little participation here. We're back at it here, boys. We're back at it.
All
Nez,
right.
did you catch the end of the last episode? How this was
Yeah.
done?
Yeah. Very, very fun.
Okay, so we got 7 running backs with 250 plus carries. Adam, we are going to kick it off with you. Second, I get this list up. You go right ahead whenever you're ready.
Jonathan Taylor.
That is correct. Over to Nez.
Saquon Barkley.
That is correct. Back to Adam.
Derrick Henry.
That is correct. Back to Nez.
James Cook.
That is correct. Back to Adam. 3 names left.
Bijan Robinson.
That is correct. 2 names left.
Ashton Genty.
That is incorrect, and that would go to Adam. So the remaining we were looking for were CMC. Kind of surprised you guys didn't mention him. And then Javonte Williams.
Are you sure?
Am I sure that Ashton Genty didn't have...
Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it actually does have him at 266. We play on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, that one can just go to Nez because he stat corrected us. But what the heck? Wait, hang on a second. It comes off of a straight list. It doesn't come like even from me. So where?
Maybe there's a cutoff or something.
It's weeks 1 through 17. That's why he's at 240 through. That's why, because we always keep it at weeks 1 through 17.
Jeez,
So-
man, they hit him 26 carries in week 18.
Apparently, yeah, he had 240.
Gotta do it.
Yeah. No, that's just how we always keep it stacked through is weeks 1 through 17. So
Okay.
you get that for that correction there.
By the skin of my teeth. Okay.
By the skin of your teeth.
Not
And
that
we
it
get-
matters because it's already an L here, but
We're having fun. We're having
this is fun though.
It's a good time. We're hanging out. We've got 9 RBs with 350 receiving yards in 2025. Now we're starting with Nez.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's 1 correct. Over to Adam.
Christian McCaffrey.
CMC is correct. Back to Nez.
James Cook.
That is incorrect.
Mm.
You would have to get this right to technically get a correct answer, Adam.
Bijan.
That is correct. Right?
Duh.
Yeah. So we were looking for CMC, Bijan, Gibbs, Achan, Gainwell.
That's right.
Brown. Which Brown is that? Jonathan Taylor, RJ Harvey, and Brees Hall. Oh, Chase Brown. Duh. And those all would have also been weeks 1 through 17 as well.
Still a fun game, guys. I mean, congrats to Adam moving on to the finals.
Whew.
Nez, you've been crushing it all season long here in Best Ball Jeopardy season 2. It's been a fun ride. And tell us the people we always love having you on the Fanspeak Network. Tell the people what you got going on the rest of the best ball season this next 2 weeks from tonight. Thank God. And then what you have in season on Badge Bros. I know Underdog Masterclass. Everything is linked in the description for our 2 guests prior, because we'll talk to Herzig more next week about the prediction markets and everything he launched with that. So everything for all 4 contestants, links are in the description. Please check those out. But tell us what you got going on the rest of these next 2 weeks and in season.
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate all the plugs there. Yeah, just streaming away over on the Badge Bros YouTube channel, talking dailies, doing best ball drafts, of course. And then just covering, if you like baseball, covering baseball slates, doing that for the members right now. And then, we'll have a masterclass update with 2025 data soon. Just kind of TBD on how that will get put out. But just stay tuned for more info from us on that front. But I mean, I'm proud of how I played this season.
You should be. It was awesome.
Met my match. Absolutely. And I would hate to be Herzig.
That's fair. That is fair. Absolutely. Well, Nez, we always love doing shows with you, and best of luck the rest of your best ball season. And of course, can't wait to see all the amazing things, Underdog Masterclass and all the things you guys are doing in season. Adam, big congrats. You are a juggernaut. Herzig versus Adam. It's going to be a fun one to watch next Wednesday. I'll put out the time and info this week, but that is your best ball finals, folks, next Wednesday. Don't miss it. It's going to be a good one. How are you feeling post-win? How are you going to prep for the matchup against Herzig? And my dog's knocking me off the chair.
Stick to, the same practice strategy. Just focus on what I can control. And at this point, the buys are just memorized. So it's kind of in there by heart at this point. But just really want to say thank you for this opportunity, everything. Congrats to Nez. Didn't give you the microphone too much, but I was worried about you, man. And we have a collab right after this. But in about a half hour, I'll be hosting Nez on the channel for a BBL draft
awesome.
And some win-loss picks. Looking forward to it.
Are you doing win-loss with Steelers too, like you did with me?
I'm going to give him the Steelers. He requested the Steelers,
it.
and I'll give him the Steelers. If he also wants to do the Dolphins, then we can check that out. But I think it's fair. You wanted the Steelers, so I'll give you the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm just my Steelers fandom again coming full circle. I didn't put it in the picture of me and my dad's hat when I was like 2 years old, coming full circle. But Nez, I had to tag you, Nez. But Nez is a true diehard Steelers fan, so you'll have to see who had the more bullish record. I think I remember what my record was. We'll have to see who gives the more bullish record. But that's so awesome that Neil and Herzig streamed together pre-show. You guys are streaming together post-show. You love that. The best ball community is the best, isn't it? So be sure after this, go check out Nice and Blunt channel, obviously, to see these two back in action, talking best ball and predicting the Steelers record. I'd love to see it. Any other thoughts that you want to tell Adam, you can talk about next week too, about what you got coming on your channel to finish best ball season and of course in season?
We're getting there just about to the season. We just drafted in the Iron Throne League. Steve
Steve was in it, right?
There. Yeah. And that video is going to come out very soon.
Awesome.
And beyond that, we got the Subscriber League will be streamed this year as well. And on top of that, all throughout the year, win-loss picks, as well as setting your lineup, all the info to help you get those wins every single week. So stay tuned. You can find me here on YouTube at Nice and Blunt.
Awesome. Well, congrats again, everybody. Thank you for being in the chat, answering the chat. That was fun. Make sure you've hit the like button on your way out. Make sure to watch these two, go over to their stream on Nice and Blunt's channel after this, and make sure to tune in next Wednesday to see who takes down the finals for that hardware, for that $100 Underdog site credit. It's been fun. Bruni, amazing job on 2 boards tonight. Shout out to you. Get us out of here, and we'll do that.
I don't think any of us can stump Adam at this point. I mean, we're all trying. We're all trying. He just burns these things down, just throws gasoline on the board, and just lights a match. No, gentlemen, very good. Nez, amazing season. Really appreciate you. Obviously, this guy's insane. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know. What it is.
Yeah, what do I do with this? I don't know.
I would be scared of shit. I'd be scared of shit. Like where I'm sitting, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No, very, very good. Appreciate you coming on this season. You definitely kicked in the door right out of the gate. Topping PPR.
Yep.
Now you're in the opposite seat, but all good. It happens. Full circle.
Yep. Final four, we'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, again, appreciate you, buddy. Looking forward to next week. Excited to see you go against the champ, going up against a Best Ball Mania winner. Going to be a lot of fun. Again, like Meg said, appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are what make this great. So appreciate you playing along and taking the ride with us. Everybody take care, be well, be good. If you can't be good, be good at it. We'll see you guys.